PBA in 1992 and was the league's tallest player for 3 years. In this year's All-Filipino Finals, he was the big difference in the middle for Sunkist. He proves that nice guys do finish first in his first All-Star Game appearance. From Palibhasa Lalaki and the Sunkist Orange Juicers, Yaya Bonal Balingin. Our next starter, he has been riddling opposing defenses with his well-timed three-pointers since joining the league in 1988. He is one of only 4 players who have appeared in every staging of the All-Star Game. He remains one of the league's top point guards, and is willing to prove that out on the floor. From Formula Shell, wearing number 5, Ronnie Magsarok. He was the MVP of the 1992 All-Star Game and is a permanent member, it seems, of the PBA's all-defensive team. He patrols the shaded lane with quiet efficiency and is also one of the league's top rebounders in his 9th pro season. This is his 5th All-Star Game appearance from Pepsi Mega. Number 7, RoboCop, Alvin Tang. He was the best player of the Governor's Cup of 1994 and is making his best bid to take MVP honors since joining the league in 1992. He is one of the new generation leapers in the PBA, those who can dunk and more. He plays with wild abandon at both ends of the floor, and most of all, he could soar up and away, making his 4th appearance in the mid-season classic from Sunkist Orange. Hang on for the aerial Voyager, Verhel Meneses. Now we have the league's only active multiple MVP award winner with 3 under his belt. He joined the league in 1988 and has played in 6 All-Star games and was even named MVP for the 1991 edition. You know him, Alvin Patrimonio. And now the coach, his 2nd coaching appearance in the All-Star Game from San Miguel Beer, the league's 2nd winningest coach of all time, Norman Black. Gentlemen, can we have you line up, please? Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause, please, to your 1995 PBA All-Stars.
We now the starting lineup for the veterans. At center, number 12, Bonel Balingin.
Vincent Price is now calling the starting lineups.
At guard, number 5, Ronnie Magsarok. At guard number 18, Verhel Meneses. At forward number 7, Alvin Tang. At forward number 16, Alvin Patrimonio.
As the starting lineup for the veterans.
We're now starting lineup with the rookie, sophomores, and juniors team. At center, number 16, Dennis Espino. At guard, number 9, Moivitz Victoria. At guard, number 19, Kenneth Durendes. At forward, number 2, Dwight Lago. And at forward, number 72, Jude Limpot.
Alright, kung hindi po maalala mga kaibigan, yung starting lineups po na ito ay hindi po pinili ng coach yan. Yan ay pinili ng mga fans na nagpunta rito sa Cuneta Astrodome. They were chosen, they were elected or voted upon by the fans. Well, the highest number of votes for each position went to these 5 players who are starting off for both squads.
And after that, the coaches, obviously, they have to fill up their team. They would pick different players for the different positions that are needed in a basketball squad. And that's why you have guys like Jerry Cordillera and then, of course, Benji Paras, who should really be all-stars.
Oh, yes.
They're great players, and they would make any all-stars of any PBA team, I think, for the next 2-3 years. And you have the lineups right now on your screens.
And our referees will be Bernarte, Varela, and De Leon. Because, well, some people thought that some players should have been picked. But, well, that's the way it goes.
Of course, everybody has his own opinion about every other player. You know, there are a lot of players that are good, but you can only have 12 players in a lineup.
That's true. Well, here's Alvin Tang. The veterans have first possession. Shot by Berhel Beneses won't go on. It's picked up by Tang. Another offensive here by the veterans, and Patrimonio is blocked by Jun Limpok.
So 2 muff opportunities there for the veterans, and we have Victoria really pushing up the ball very quick. The advantage, of course, of the younger players is their quickness and their stamina.
Jun Limpok trying a stretch from underneath and missing it. Bonel Balingit getting harassed by Boybits Victoria.
His teammate.
alam ni Boybits kung ano gagawin kay Bonel. Alvin Tang scores the first 2 points.
It's surprising that Alvin Tang was picked as a member of the starting 5 unit, but he proves himself to his fans by hitting the first 2 points of this 1995 All-Star game.
You will recall, ladies and gentlemen, as Dennis Espino scores, that Alvin Tang used to play under Norman Black in the San Miguel lineup, but he has since moved over to the Pepsi Megas.
Well, in exchange, of course, for Victor Pablo.
Yes. At maraming usap-usapan na medyo masama naman loob mo ni Alvin Tang na sa nangyaring pagpapalit noon, but looks like he's working very well with Coach Norman Black.
Well, you know, you are a professional, and the minute you become a professional, you should expect your contract to be always up for grabs. No? And Alvin Tang 2 straight baskets here. I'm sure in his heart, Norman probably was also wondering why Alvin Tang left. Remember, he was not in the Philippines when that trade was made.
Oh, yes. That's true, yes. Right now, we are tied at 4-all. Boybits Victoria lobs it over, and Alvin Tang knocks the ball out of bounds. Pinamama yung bata.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Matibay itong batang to.
Nanonood pa nga, but I wonder why he's there.
Yeah. Medyo delikado dyan. All right, tied ball game here between the veterans and the rookies, sophomores, and juniors. Dennis Espino backing up against Alvin Tang. There's a deflection by Alvin, and Balingit taps it over to Berhel Beneses. Here's Ronnie Magsano. Magsano against Boybits Victoria. Inside pass to Balingit, and Durendes and Espino connive to stop Bonel Balingit.
17 seconds left on the shot clock. 9.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Nice pass by Magsano. Balingit just couldn't finish off this fast break opportunity.
I don't think he's very comfortable with that kind of a move.
Actually, that move really entailed one more dribble, and I think Balingit wanted to do that. No? So,
one-on-one play here, Berhel Beneses.
walang laban yan siguro. Mahihirapan si Torrendes on a one-on-one play guarding Berhel Meneses. The other guys must help him out.
Torrendes is called for the foul, his first.
That's the thing that we have developed in the Philippines. Very few small forwards that can play defense. We have developed a lot of good small forwards that are great scorers. That goes to the time of Papa Florencio, Adornado, and all of them. But very few, or maybe almost nil, can really play very tough defense. That's why when you match up those players against each other, they'll be scoring against each other heavily. No?
Kaya pala yung score nila.
Pag kinaglaban mo yung gano'n, sila nagdidepensa na walang tulong, ang tataas ng point output nila.
Kenneth Durendes left Berhel Beneses behind, but ran into the big guy defense inside.
Nice pass.
Yes, Beneses flies, yes! As a pitch to Kenneth Durendes, and Ronnie Magsanok takes it away for the veteran.
Binibiro ko si Magsanok before the start of the ball game. Ronnie, ikaw ang MVP nito. Why? Sabi niya, dahil puro siya lang nanalo kanina. Pag hindi ka nga MVP rito, ikaw may diferensya. And then he said, paano gagawin ko? Huwag ka lang pasa ng pasa, tumira ka rin. He's laughing at me.
Nadinig yata tayo.
I was joking with him. Ronnie, I was telling him.
Yeah. Here's Jun Limpok poo-pooing the defense of Bonel Balingin.
The nice thing about this All-Star game here in the first 3 minutes of the ball game is that there is a lot of intensity, both on offense and defense. It's not yung pinapabayaan lang tumira ang player. You know, they are defending well, and that's very important.
Alvin Patrimonio has it. Here's Vergel Meneses. Inside to Alvin Tang. And there's going to be a foul.
Foul on
Dwight Lago is caught reaching in. That's the first foul on Dwight Lago. There's that foul by Dwight, and Alvin Tang goes to the line. The veterans have a 4-point lead.
Patrimonio has been struggling to shoot from the inside, but Tang already has 4 points in the ball game. So has Vergel Meneses. Balingit has 2, and Tang now with 5 points.
And that's the lead of veterans over the RSJ. That doesn't stand for Robert Salazar Jaworski. That's rookies, sophomores, and juniors.
Alam ko na nga, alam mo talaga bilib ako sa iyo, partner, minsan eh. Pero siguro, pwede pa naman mag-coach si Sunny dyan sa RSJ.
Bakit hindi? Meanwhile, Roddy Magsana picks up his first personal foul. Still a 5-point lead here for the veterans. Boy beats Victoria, puts up a 3-point shot and misses. Balingit.
I think already 4 defensive rebounds for Balingit in this ball game. He's been controlling the defensive boards for the red shirts, the veteran players.
That pass. And Roddy Magsana takes it away. Handing it off to Balingit. He's blocked by Jun Limpot.
A terrific block there by Limpot. Siguro sabi niya kay Balingit, bata,
dahan-dahan ka. Then is Espino, rims out. And Balingit grabs the rebound once again for the veterans. Here's Vergel Meneses going up. And he's fouled. Well, Jun Limpot certainly has been a force to reckon with inside the paint. Kanina, nablanka niya si Patrimonio. Tapos si Bonel Balingit. Ito.
And he also blocked Alvin Tang, remember, after that foul of Lago to make sure there was no 3-point play. So already 3 block shots for Jun Limpot, which was one of his forte when he was playing in the amateurs. But he hasn't been doing that thing in the pro circuit.
Siguro talagang mabigat-bigat yung concentration niya sa opensa.
Well, there's so many things that he has to do, and it takes a lot to block a shot, you know.
Yeah. All right, we've got an early timeout here called by Derek Pumaran of the RS. Nagbabalik po ang All-Star Game mula rito sa Cuneta Astrodome na para pong sardinas. Ang mga tao rito kanina may bumagsak ng suporta doon sa may bleachers dahil sa dami ng tao, sa bigat. At marami pa nasa labas. Pasensya na po kayo at talagang hanggang dito lamang ang ma-accommodate ng Cuneta Astrodome. Boy beats Victoria has it. Inside pass Dennis Espino. They're behind by 7 points. Bonel Balingit again controlling the boards. Vergel Meneses hand out to Patrimonio. He loses control in midair.
Oh, Alvin just a little bit hesitant on taking that shot there. Good block from behind, but it's going to be a foul on Patrimonio. So far, no changes have been made from the starting 5 units.
Siguro nire-respeto rin ng mga coaches yung pinili ng mga PBA fans na siya pong bumoto dito sa starting 5 ng dalawang kupunang ito. At syempre, yung coach din, binoto rin po yan.
Yep, correct.
It is a 7-point lead for the veterans at 13-6. At gaya ng sinabi mo, Andy, mukhang talagang ganadong-ganado itong mga players na maglaro dito sa All-Star Game na ito.
I think the most important thing is that they see so many fans here at the Cuneta. In their hearts, they know there are a lot of people watching out there on television, and they don't want to disappoint these people.
Oh,
yan ang importante dyan.
Nakita nyo naman mga kaibigan yung feature kanina doon sa All-Star Families, yung galing ng Zamboanga. Talaga naman nakakaantig ng damdamin. Sapagkat ganyan po talaga. Whoa, there's Patrimonio!
On a one-on-one play, that fake, he'll get people up into the air and a left-handed shot off the glass.
And Patrimonio also figuring in that last play as he tapped the ball out of bounds on a fast break attempt by the rookie sophomores and juniors. Kenneth Durandes takes it inside. Medyo mahirap-hirap yata makascore ng layup doon sa loob. Nandiyan si Bonel, nandiyan si Patrimonio.
Alvin Tang, who are known to be good defensive players. That's a violation. But you see, Durendes easily can beat Meneses by his fake. The important thing is for him to get off a jump shot and not try to drive in.
May dalawang beses na siyang nauunsami dun sa pagsaksak sa net. Alright.
Yan, natanggal yung singsing niya.
Singsing ba yan o
Hindi siguro, bawal.
Diba ni Magsanak medyo yung siguro parang split. Alvin Peng grabbing the rebound for the veterans. Remember, they have a 9-point lead. Alvin Patrimonio up against Dwight Lago, blocked again by Jun Limpot.
He was passing off to Balingit, but he hesitated. Limpot will levitate.
All the way, 6 points for Jun Limpot as he cuts the lead down to 7 at 15-8. They want to get it in the hands of the point guard, Ronnie Magsano. Verhel Meneses. Baseline drive, reverse is good.
You cannot give him the baseline and then expect to stop him if you're not going to have your teammates help out. No? He's too quick on a one-on-one for Durendes, and then Espino trying to help out, but just a little bit too late.
Meanwhile, two-man substitution here for the veterans as Coach Norman Black sends in Dean de Pumaran and Nelson Asaitono for Patrimonio and Bagsano.
Well, Patrimonio's really been struggling with his offensive game. Magsanok, I think he must repair something. That's why he was taken out. But Dean de Pumaran certainly can provide the spark. If he cannot provide it for Pepsi, because I think they're still adjusting a lot here, you know, it's easy for him to pick up with some of these players. They're all-stars.
Yes, of course. Durendes off to Limpot. Balingit watching him. Dwight Lago takes it to the outside and misses. Verhel Meneses. And the tap goes out of bounds. And the crowd reacts as Johnny Abarientos is sent in by Coach Derek Pumaran as well as Jeffrey Carriazo. Mukhang nire-relax yung rule natin dito.
Siyempre, dapat naman yung substitution box na yun. I think it's a little bit too strict. Because in the NBA, nakita mo naman sa finals, hinahabol ng coach yung substitution already in the end game. You know, some things like that must be studied from time to time.
All right, here's Jun Limpot backing up against Bonel Balingit. No shot. And the steal by Verhel Meneses. Alvin Peng. Underneath, it's Nelson Asaitono trying to look for an opening. Couldn't find one. Here's Jun Limpot. Kay Johnny Abarientos, look away pass. Napapik palabas ni Nelson Asaitono.
Benji
Paras comes in for Bonel Balingit. That's panig naman ng rookie sophomores and juniors. Ray Evangelista for Dwight Lago.
Well, slowly but surely, the coaches are injecting the bench into the ball game. Limpot
Rims out.
playing with his old coach, Derek Pumaran, from school days up to commercial days, commercial basketball days.
Si Dwight Lago rin, di ba?
Correct.
Meneses off the glass, and Jun Limpot has the rebound off to Johnny Abarientos. 10-point lead here by the veterans at 18-8.
We have 4 minutes and 29 seconds left. First quarter, Carriazo, short.
Fair ball. And Ray Evangelista, quick thinking there, bouncing it off Alvin Peng. At medyo napatawa si Alvin. Sabi niya, naisahan ako nitong isang sophomore nito.
Mauta ka pala, boy. Tagalite.
Yun ang gusto ko.
Mauna ka ba sa akin?
Isahan mo ako. Nawalan tuloy ako ng punchline. Nelson Asaitono has it in the front court for the veterans. 4 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Meneses rifles it over to the bullet.
It's very obvious is the veterans have also been practicing a lot as a team because they have more movement on their lineup, on their game than the rookies.
All right, here is Evangelista.
Ito, one-on-one play lang yan. Walang, not too much, just one screen, not one movement on the part of the players.
His first personal
foul on Alvin Peng.
2 free throws for Ray Evangelista.
Ito si Ray Evangelista, nabanggit mo nga taga Leyte yan. Kanina kausap ko, nagkaroon doon ng sunog doon sa Ormoc, malapit doon sa bahay nila. So sana naman po walang masyadong mabigat na nangyari. And we would like to sympathize with those who lost their homes doon sa Ormoc. Malaking sunog daw sa bloke.
Yeah, you know, that's one of the worst things that you can have to happen to you.
Masunugan.
They say nga, better pa manakawag ng konti because you can always rebuild that. But the fire just takes away, can even take away life. No?
Memories, di ba? Yung mga binavalue natin mga bagay.
Yung kama na 10 taong natin.
Pero doon ka lang nakakatulog na mahimbing. Mahirap yun. Alright, here's Johnny Abarientos. Hand off to Cariaso. Both Johnny and Jerry are from the Alaska lineup. Here's a nice lead pass to Jude Limpot. Limpot wants to try again. He passes it off to Ray Evangelista. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Johnny for 3. And Cariaso is fouled by Dindo Pumaran. First personal foul on Dindo Pumaran.
For the veterans. 2 free throws for Jeffrey Cariaso.
Medyo relax ang mga players. You can see that the referees are also relaxed and not too much complaining on the part of the coaches because you can see already there are a lot of contacts pero pinapayagan and we have the view of the big crowd. Here, baka mahilo ako niyan. Konting spin lang.
Oy, hawak mabuti dyan. Yung cameraman natin dyan. Baka madulas ka.
Cariaso showing his wares by a terrific 7th game performance in the first conference, the All-Filipino Championships.
Dindo Pumaran. Ang layo na pinanggalingan. Going the scenic route. Dindo Pumaran has 4 points in the game. For the veterans, Johnny Abarientos trying to sneak inside. And Pumaran picks up another foul. That's going to be number 2 on him. We have this timeout from Norman Blythe. Free throws awarded him as Nelson Asaitono challenges Noni Locsin. And Asaitono, the bull, scores.
There was a lot of power in that last play between those two very tough players. A lot of banging there. Oh, nice pass, but good takeaway there by Dindo Pumaran.
Good anticipation by Pumaran. The veterans are up by an even dozen points at 24-12. 2 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Off the glass, Noni Locsin.
Very deceptive type of player.
Oh, yes.
Has a decent 15-footer. Will have to improve on his free throw shooting, but very strong inside player. Nice block by Limpot.
Again, Jude Limpot patrolling the blue paint with a lot of intimidation. Look at this.
He's the only player so far that has not been replaced in this ballgame from the original starting 5 unit.
That's right. Meanwhile, Alan Kaidik, the trigger man, shows off his wares with a 2-point shot. Jude Limpot. Pumaran from behind. Cariaso recovers it. Johnny Abarientos. Almost, but not quite. You can hear the reaction from the crowd. Here's Alan Kaidik. Decides to hand it over to Benji Paraz.
Doon mo nakikita yung sinasabi kong veteran moves. No? They are very good in passing. They know their teammates.
Noni Locsin, as you said, a very deceptive kind of a player. Medyo malaki po kasi ito si Noni Locsin. Akala ng tao, mabagal yan. Pero mabilis yan.
Akala mo hindi yung katalon. Pero good namang galing kumuha na offensive rebound.
Nakita niyo naman kanina sa slam dunk.
Correct.
Medyo minalas lang. Pero kaya. Uy! Medyo mahaba-haba yung dinakbay ni Nelson Asaitono doon.
And Jun Limpot finally getting a rest, Ed. And we're going to see EJ File, who is the teammate of Locsin in the Ginebra squad, play in this his first All-Star game. And the block shots, courtesy of Jun Limpot. All 5 of those blocks coming from Jun Limpot.
At yung mga tao rito, nung pagpasok ni EJ File, nagsisigawan, pasok daw si Bunel.
Nagkikita rin siya. Ito, kaya para muna siya dumaan.
Taking it away, and there's a Benji Paraz show.
A steal, a fast break conversion. Slowly but surely, these veterans are pulling away.
14-point lead now by the veterans.
Johnny seems to be hurt. Huh?
Yes, medyo nasa side pa rin si Johnny. At hinahawakan yung kanya pa.
Injury timeout for the rookies, sophomores, and juniors.
Pakita natin yung nangyari dito, mga kaibigan.
Kung makikita mo siya, maiipit siya between Paras and Dindo Pumaren as he tries to pass off. And he does not land very well. So I think he must be replaced.
Victoria for Johnny Abarientos.
Naipit. Doon pa lang yan. Yung pat masama yung landing. Medyo napilipit. Yung pagbagsak. Pero ano po rin yan, yung mga players na yan, heavily taped yan ng mga paa yan. Hindi lang po basta medya sa sinusuot yan. Makapal na tape yan. So, siguro naman hindi malala yung nangyari yun. Harinawa. And it'll stay with the RSJ.
Oh, poor inbound throw in there by Nelson Aceitono. That was deflected by Victoria off Pumaren. Only a couple of seconds left here for the first quarter of play. 30 points against 16 in favor of the veterans.
Ronnie Luxin challenging Hawkins. Foul is fouled.
Foul Nelson Aceitono.
Nelson Aceitono with his first personal.
That's another thing that you like to have, especially if you're a first-timer, is to have somebody from your own team come in and help you. Doon talagang pinipilit yung Luxin na ibigay yung bola kay Foul. Second pick overall of the 1995 PBA draft. First pick, of course, Dennis Espino.
Yes. Kanina po, nakita rin yung nag-umpisa rin para sa RSJ. Sa kasalukuyan po, nakikita natin sa bench ng RSJ na si Johnny Abarientos ay i-inspection yung kanyang kaliwang paan ni Dr. Salud and the other handlers of the team. Only 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It is a 13-point lead by the veterans, and Benji Paras misses that one. 4 seconds to go. Is it going to be a buzzer beater?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Ronnie Luxin cuts the lead down. Itong gabi po muli. Ito po si Ed Pixon kasama si Andy Howe para sa Vintage Sports and the All-Star Game. And currently, we are starting the second quarter of action. The lead by the veterans is 11 points, 30-19. And the rookies, sophomores, and juniors currently composed of Boy Beats Victoria, Ray Evangelista, Ronnie Luxin, EJ File, and Jeffrey Cariaso.
Well, the youngsters are making a comeback. That's a nice triple B there by Boy Beats Victoria, courtesy of the great end game played there by Noli Luxin.
Yes.
But what might hurt them is that Johnny Abarientos may not be able to come back to the ball game. He seems to be immersing his foot on a bucket of ice there.
Yes.
No?
Ayan hong usual naman na talagang first aid on a sprain. Meanwhile, a fight for possession ends in the RSJ recovering it. Sa panig po ng mga veterano, nandiyan si Dindo Pumaren, Bong Hawkins, Nelson Aceitono, Alan Caidic at Benji Paras. Noni Luxin up against Hawkins. EJ File, yes!
Well, the two never players contributing here in this comeback for the RSJ team. Only Jackson has not yet been used, and Francisco for the RSJ, while Ato Agustin and Jerry Coutinera has not played in this ballgame.
Benji Paras from the corner. Benji has 6 in the game, came off the bench here for the veterans.
10.5 minutes left here in the second quarter of play. Pace of the ballgame is still very quick.
Yeah. Ray Evangelista leaving Nelson Aceitono behind. Left-handed layup by Ray Evangelista.
Very close second in the Rookie of the Year awards.